got a license plate light out on the back of your car.
Oh, okay.
You get your registration and insurance with you?
Yes. There's the registration.
Go ahead tonight.
Out and about.
What'd you say over there, bud?
We're just out and about,
Out
officer.
and about?
Yeah.
You got an ID on you, pal?
I'm not operating a motor vehicle.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Oh, I don't see what that has to do with anything. Do you need something else over here?
You need an insurance.
Insurance and your passenger's ID.
Will that work? I don't really know if I have an insurance thing. That's just. I'm not sure what you're.
You probably have a health.
Yeah, usually
Health insurance.
Vehicle specific will have the vehicle information on there and the date that it's active.
Okay.
It's probably not in.
There's not. Oh, there.
There's probably an old one, Allstate,
Okay.
which is
Yeah.
probably the same number.
Yeah, it's usually what it looks like right there.
So yeah, these are all Allstate. So
We'll find this thing.
So,
You
yeah.
got up-to-date insurance?
this one's
Yeah. I mean, it's up today. I gotta find the
You
right.
need to
This
have a
one's
card on you
11.
that shows the proper date, okay?
Yeah. Here. Put that one there. That's.
Okay, that'll work.
You need
You can
that.
keep that. I just need to make sure it's up to date. I just
I
need
can
your
get rid of all
passenger's
these
ID.
ones.
Sir, officer. I don't want to cause any trouble, but in the state of Indiana, I don't legally have to show you my ID unless I'm operating a motor vehicle.
Actually, you do. I'm allowed to ID anybody in the vehicle.
No, you may ask my name.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, my name is John Held.
Okay. Is there a reason why you don't want to identify yourself?
I do because it's a personal right of mine, and I try to preserve that. Yes.
Well, I need to be able to verify who you are. I mean, you could be telling me any name.
Yeah.
what
But
I'm
I'm
saying?
John Held. Yeah. I mean that's how it goes, though.
No, but here's how it goes. I mean, if you're refusing to ID yourself, I can't arrest you for.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not refusing to ID myself. My name is John Held.
Yeah, but I need to be able to see some identification to prove that you have that.
You don't need to see that
Why is that?
because it's my right. I'm allowed. I don't have to have ID. This is not communist Red China.
What is your name, sir?
John Held. Jon, no H, H-E-L-D.
I'm sorry. Spell that again, please.
John Held. Jon,
Uh-huh.
H-E-L-D.
What's your birthday, sir?
I don't think I legally have to tell you that, but it is 5/12/91.
Have you had some bad run-ins with the police in the past? Or?
Honestly, normally officers try to take so many rights. And so one thing I do personally, I try to just preserve my rights. And one thing I for sure try to do is the ID thing drives me crazy. Because see, I'm a passenger here, and I'm not operating a motor vehicle, which that's a driver's license. And see, if I'm an immigrant, then I would have to carry a green card or whatever. But since I'm a citizen of this nation and of this state, I'm allowed to go anywhere I want without having ID, unless I'm operating a motor vehicle, in which case the state of Indiana requires I have a driver's license, I have up-to-date insurance, and I have proof of insurance, a driver's license, and the other thing.
Okay, and this is what
So.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
you
So
filling me
that's
in on.
honest. So that's where I'm at.
Okay, and here's where I'm at, and I stand on the side of the law. Okay, that's my job.
I appreciate that.
I have the right to ID anybody in a vehicle. That includes picture identification. Okay?
It does not.
Actually, I do. I'm letting you know. Okay.
I'm just going to tell you, I'm personal friends with Sheriff Tracy Brown, and we talk about it all the time. You do not have that right.
Actually, I do. But
All right. Well, then you can arrest me, and we can take it downtown.
I'm not going to argue with you right now. Okay. I have a job to do. I'm going to go back to my car.
If
I
you-
want you to stay in the car.
that's fine.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just letting you know. Okay.
Well,
Just
I
stay in the
encourage
car.
you to
I'll be right
Google
back,
it.
okay?
I encourage you to Google state of Indiana. It's all on camera. Another officer that doesn't know the laws.
You said my license plate light is out?
I guess.
I don't think I've ever had a license plate light.
Well, yeah, you legally have to have one.
Maybe it's just that thing.
I mean, it's just a violation, so he can pull you over. That's why it's a legit stop if you don't have one. He's gonna get. They usually get pissed when I don't give them my birthday, because there's so many John Helds in there. But he's just a confused peace officer, is what I would describe it as. Seems to have a good attitude, just doesn't know the laws. I wonder if he's taken the oath.
What's the oath?
Like a police officer has to take an oath to, I'll have to talk about it later. Did you see what time he stopped us?
About, I didn't see exactly.
22 probably.
I think it was, he's been here a little bit longer than that. Let's say maybe
20, 11, 20.
Yeah, 20.
I guess my phone will document as well. It's been over 5 minutes. So he only has 15 more before he has to legally detain us or let us free without any... I'm trying not to be a dick from over here, but I'm not going to corrupt my values for an officer. Or he's just a policeman, probably. I doubt he's sticking me enough.
Why do you say that?
Because most haven't.
So what's the difference between a policeman and a police officer?
One takes like an oath of office type thing, I think. Like I don't know the exact, but I knew though that there's a difference, and a lot of the Lafayette policemen or whatever, that's why we call them cops, because they're not really officers, because like a police officer has taken this oath of the office and has promised to uphold it and, to be fair and all that, but somehow they've gotten around that because they're like technically, like they bypass part of the system or something, and it's legal, but it's just like they've not taken... Are we serious? They're bringing in backup?
What do you mean?
Another car just rolled up.
Here?
Mm-hmm. We got 2 on 1, bro.
For a license plate light?
No, they might arrest me.
For what? They won't arrest you.
Yep, that's why they're bringing it back up. That was my wallet.
What?
Nothing.
You're not gonna get arrested.
We'll see. I'm not scared.
What should I do if you get arrested?
Call my dad. Take my phone. This is a huge intimidation factor. A second car. You can roll your window up, by the way. There's no law that says we have to freeze to death.
That was getting really cold. So would they say they're arresting you because you refuse to identify yourself?
Mm-hmm. Which I have on tape. I'm not refusing to identify myself. My name is John Held. I've said that 2 or 3 times to him. I am refusing to show identification, absolutely. This is not communist Red China. You can't just stop me on the street and demand identification. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Think about the standard that sets.
Yeah.
I can't go from my house to Papa John's without identification in a passenger seat of a car for real. Is that the way our nation stands?
I respect you. I mean, that's why I'm on.
I know. We'll see.
I respect.
We'll see how he handles
your
it.
Views and,
I feel like I explained myself well. I feel like I was kind and,
I don't know why they're... for a license plate light out, what could they be doing right now?
He's probably writing you a ticket.
They can get a ticket for that?
Mm-hmm. It's, I don't think it's a moving violation, so it won't be points.
I didn't know that. I had no idea it was out.
If he gives you a ticket, I'll say a few words for him.
Like what?
Well, how about the fact that a license plate light that we didn't know was out, thanks for telling us about it. Why don't you give us a day to get it fixed? Like, we didn't know it was out. That's ridiculous, that he would cite us. So I really hope he doesn't cite us for that, because that's a terrible standard to set.
Yeah,
So, let me get this straight. I didn't know it was out. You pulled me over, rightfully so, have informed me of the situation.
give me this tomorrow. I can get it.
Yeah, I
fixed.
can go in tomorrow and get it fixed, no problem. What's the... But now you're going to charge me? What have I done?
I didn't know you could get a ticket for that, honestly.
He's almost half done with his time. He better get a move on. After 20 minutes, I'm getting out of this car. If he doesn't come back...
Are you still taping?
Absolutely. Always document. Might even put this on the YouTube, on the line.
On the line.
I'm not sure with this. It's probably better like that. Look at this intimidation factor.
Coming up on your side.
Just step out here. I want to talk to you about the issue.
Oh, yeah.
All right, like I said, that's not.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
I understand you know Tracy Brown.
I do.
Yeah, how well do you know Trace?
Pretty darn well.
Yeah?
Is there a problem?
Yeah, my name's Marcus, Officer Slifer with the West Lafayette.
Do you mind
Police
putting that down a little? Thank
no,
you.
I don't mind. It's my job.
Oh,
okay.
I just don't like the light in my eyes. That's all.
That's all right. It's not in your eye.
No, it's not
Okay.
now. I appreciate that.
All right.
Is there a reason I'm being harassed?
You're not being harassed.
I
You're on a
am
traffic
absolutely.
stop.
You're on a
You're talking
huge.
to him.
You've rolled up a second vehicle. This is a huge intimidation factor. You're coming up here, putting your light in my eye.
It's dark out, and I work midnights. Okay?
You put it right in my eye. I'm just telling you, that it's a huge intimidation. Why we have two cops for one? We didn't even know the license plate light was out.
That's fine.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's not. It's just called doing my job.
All right. So do you have a
Okay.
question for me?
Yeah, I wanted to know how well you knew Tracy. I know Tracy.
I know
went
Tracy
to
very
school
well.
with Tracy.
That's great.
Okay?
Mhm.
There's no need to have an attitude with
I-
the police, man.
I don't have an
I mean, I
attitude.
can call Tracy and tell him that you're being, next time you talk to him, to have him talk to you and say, hey, why you giving the police a hard time,
How am I giving you a hard time, sir?
Because you didn't want to provide an ID.
I do not legally have to provide you an ID.
Then we could take you to jail.
Then take me to jail if you think you legally can. You can't.
We can.
Then I mean I don't. If we're gonna draw the line in the sand, I truly believe I'm right on this side. So if you think I'm wrong,
Oh, that's fine.
and I mean, is there a reason you'd like to take me to jail? Is there a reason,
saying-
sir? Just here's the
All
standard.
you're
This
doing
is set.
causing more problems for yourself.
Well,
If you
it is cause.
If you give an ID, then all you'd have to do is, okay, thanks, man.
Absolutely,
And then
I agree
give
with
it
you.
back.
But
Then why you want to try?
because it's my personal right. I don't. I can
know,
go.
But you're on a
Listen,
traffic
sir,
stop.
can I
We're
please
allowed
talk
to
for a
ID
second?
Everybody that's on a traffic stop.
No, you're allowed to ask for names.
We can
I know
ID
the laws.
everybody. Okay.
You don't. Okay, so just honest.
Asking
Just
names
can I
is
please
an
talk for
ID.
just a second here?
I can ID somebody. That's the way we ID. And
All right. Well, I'm not gonna.
define
If I
criminal.
can't say anything, I'm not
Okay.
gonna talk.
No, I'm just trying to explain.
Okay, well, then
myself,
just
okay?
let me please explain
you asked,
myself.
So I was trying to explain myself.
Okay, well, here's the principle that I don't like is that I can't go, and I'll tell you where we're going, even though I truly believe I
fine.
shouldn't. We're going to Papa John's to get a 470 pizza. Okay,
Right
so
on.
I truly believe that I can sit in the passenger side of a car from my apartment to Papa John's without having my driver's license in my pocket. All right,
can.
Okay, so we're all on the same page then. I don't have to show
But
you
we-
anything.
When we say ID people, we don't mean a physical.
I gave
ID.
him my name. I gave him my name.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I absolutely. He said, I want to see his driver's license. And I said, sir, in the state of Indiana, I don't legally have to show you my driver's license, and I have it on tape, unless I'm operating a motor vehicle. He said, well, then if I can arrest you. And I said, you cannot. And he said, well, if you're refusing to identify yourself. And I said, oh, I am not refusing to identify
Right.
myself. My name is John Health. I even spelled it for him.
Okay, that's
And then
fine.
he went back, so how in the world am I at fault
Okay.
here?
Let me explain something real quick, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, John.
I mean, I'm completely in the right, and I know that.
And I'm
so
being honest with you. I'm being upfront and honest
that's,
with you. Okay?
I appreciate that.
When somebody refuses to give us an ID and then say,
You call him back up.
No, we're not going to call him back up.
That's what happened.
It throws up a red flag, is what it does.
Why? I'm a citizen. I'm an Eagle Scout. I'm a
Okay,
10-year
but
4-H
we don't
member.
know you, John.
Well, you
We
can't.
don't know
Okay, and
you,
here's my
man.
problem with the police force.
We have
Honestly,
a lot of people that get shot in law
I,
enforcement.
okay. And now
because-
we're getting to the same talks I have with Tracy Brown all the time. It is fine that you guys can manipulate others into giving up their personal rights. But as soon as an upstanding citizen chooses to hold those rights, you cannot immediately start treating him like a criminal. That's why I take offense to that.
But that's
I'm being
that's
treated
when-
like a criminal.
That's when we get hurt. We don't know if you're telling us.
You
the
cannot
truth.
assume everybody you walk up to the car with is going to be
Have you done a ride along
endangering
with
you.
Tracy?
I don't need to.
Okay, then don't put yourself in my shoes when you haven't been in my shoes.
I know is that
I've yanked
the
guns,
law
drugs,
enforcement
and everything else out
cannot
of vehicles,
operate
dude.
if they
We can't
assume
take people's
everybody
names
they
for it.
deal with is a criminal. Because we are
don't-
not. I'm not a criminal, and I refuse to be treated like one.
And we're not telling you you are.
I've been treated like a criminal since this stop began. My friend
No,
will identify it,
you
and the
and I
tape
are
will
just
show
having
it.
a conversation.
You came
That's
up to
all
here
we're
pure
doing.
intimidate. You came up, put the light right in my eyes, and got right down to business. If you had approached me like an individual, okay, and an
But
equal,
like I'm saying, you have no clue about law enforcement.
I
No.
know a ton about law enforcement.
No, you don't.
All right.
Then you would know that, at the end of my shift, I'm going home to my wife and son.
I'm glad
Okay?
about that. I appreciate what you guys do.
Just to make sure I can see hands, to make sure there's not a gun pointed out the window or a gun pointed at another officer that's talking to the driver.
I'm a concealed carry owner. I might have a gun in here.
Even
Great.
better.
There might be a gun on the dash. Don't treat me like a criminal. I'm not a
when there's
criminal.
a gun involved, I'm going home. And
That's
if that's
fine.
what I have to do is to shine a light in a
You
vehicle
know,
to make
and
sure
that's
that I'm
what
safe.
and that's what Caldwell always says too. He's like, no matter what, at the end of the day, I'm going home, and I appreciate that. But the bottom line is, everybody you deal with, you cannot treat like a criminal. I'm treated like every time I'm treated like a criminal every time I try to withhold my rights. I try to keep my rights. Do you like your rights?
I do, but if I get stopped on a traffic stop and I'm in the passenger seat and I have nothing to hide, and an officer says I need to see your ID, here you go, man. I got nothing to hide.
But what about the person that really wants to keep that? I really would like to keep that right. Am I so wrong in that? Honestly, I personally like to keep that right.
More problems for yourself.
I'm trying to teach something here.
You're not teaching us anything. All you're doing
I think we're
is
all
causing
learning.
havoc for yourself.
I think we're all learning. Are we done? Because we're almost
Absolutely.
we're to our 20-minute. We're almost to our 20-minute time limit. So if you're not going to detain me,
time limit? Yeah, go ahead.
Then
There is no time limit on
there
that.
is. There's a 20-minute stop
Not
before
when
you have to
you're-
legally
not when
have to detain me.
You're not detained.
Okay,
the
then we may
driver's
leave.
free to go. He's
All
been
right.
told he was free to go a while ago.
Look at that. You can go.